Jamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is boy Marty for here once again. What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamar for here once again, and we're here to review this bullshit ass episode of Bad Girls Club that just came on. Bye bye baby. Now mind you, this episode or this review will probably not be very long, just because the episode was full of nonsense and fuckery. And not just because the lack of entertainment value, but just the fact that what they did show was some bullshit, okay? And we're just going to try to address the key points of this particular episode, just because by the end of watching this shit, my blood pressure was too high. And I'm just like, what the fuck did I just see? You know? And some people are going to have to get red for filth today, just because, you know... Okay, we're just going to go ahead and get started with it. First, we're going to address the whole Kat and Beatrice relationship drama. Now, I understand. With this whole situation, I'm Kat in this situation. Like, if I'm, feeling you, and we vibing together, we have, a good connection going, but then at the end of the day, you say, oh, well, when this whole thing is over, I'm just gonna, go back to my boyfriend. It's like, well, shit, what the fuck am I gonna sit here and invest my feelings if they just gonna be dismissed at the end of the day? Shit. So she was like, okay, if that's gonna be the case, cool. I'm just gonna, take a step back. We'll fall back a little bit, and then since, I don't really think that you was feeling me like that anyway. So, if you can go back to your boyfriend, then it's cool. I'll just fall back and we do what we do. But then Beatrice want to get an attitude talking about some, Kat's being distant. But I guess when they finally talked it out, they're like, oh, well, I can have both. I can have boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm like, no. I'm like, Kat, I do not share nobody. If that's the case, then I need to know. I'm not going to have no real feelings or, strings attached to you, bitch. If you trying to share and have multiple people, then it's just going to be fucking. It's just going to be sex. We ain't finna be going on dates. We ain't finna be sitting here cuddling and spooning and shit. No, we just gonna be, well, I guess what they do, they just scissor each other to death. But we ain't gonna be doing none of that other romantic shit. We just gonna be like, hey, you wanna do the come through? Do the Netflix and chill without the chill? So I'm just like, Beatrice, you're kind of being... I guess it looked like at first she was kind of being, not being able to understand where Kat was coming from. But I guess along this line, she's like, okay, well, we want to really try to make this work and this, that, and the fourth and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. And next episode, we see Blue and Lo from the Chicago season. I'm like, oh, Lord. Who done dug these hoes up? And y'all know Blue is a pussy magnet, okay? Blue be getting all the bitches. And so you already know that she was a smitten. And I don't know why Lauren is there. But they looked good, though, from a few seconds of frame that I did see. I'm like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. But let's see. Hold on. Let me quickly go through this just to see what it was that I wanted to point out, so I can make sure that if I go through my key points, we'll be good to go. Yeah, the girls were very horny this season. There was a whole lot of sex this particular episode. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but it's just like, okay, Amber, it first started out, Amber was like, look, I'm horny and I'm trying to invite this dude over who was Jasmine's friend, who's Jasmine's friend of a friend. Something ridiculous. Jasmine met a dude, and the dude had a friend, and that's the friend that Amber wants to fuck. So they tried to invite them over, and shit, they took too long, so Amber went to sleep. That's the same thing I would have did. I'm like, bitch, if I'm sitting up here trying to get some come through penis, or some, some come through ass, some come through puss, whatever the fuck it is to float your motherfucking boat, and if I call you for the come through text at 8:03, and if I don't have, if we ain't getting it in by 10 o'clock, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. You ain't even got to bother. If you talk about something at 10:15 or 10:30, I'm outside, guess what I'm doing? Sleep. You stay your ass outside. Especially if you ain't tell me, you ain't let me know, you ain't communicate that you're going to be late or something. But you waited 2 hours, shit, I done already probably jacked off and got my own shit by then. Hell, you done took too damn long. But anyway, Jasmine got fucked a dude named Khalil that she met at the club. Amber fucked what's that boy name? Jackie. They was they were like 5 and 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. They weren't like, you know, that trucker that Lauren brought home who had like the really long giraffe neck, but they were kind of You know, I guess they were good for the purpose that they served on the show. Just some penis. And uh Jenna found some little nerdy looking guy, but I don't know what it was. From the way that they edited it, it looked like he was pounding the shit out of Jenna's vagina. Cause you see them couples going way back. I'm like, damn. And then she got out. She was like, I mean, it was alright. You know, I probably won't call him again. I'm like, girl.
It's 10 o'clock.
I'm never ready for it. It always just fucks up the whole flow. Always. This bitch. I'm gonna turn her off. I know y'all like, you know, hearing her when she be interrupting my ass, but I'm gonna turn this bitch off one of these days. Anyways, back to Jenna's vagina getting pounded. So she was just like kind of threw it off. Like, I mean, he was all right, but you know, I probably won't call him back. I'm just like, girl, shit. From what I saw, that shit looked like it wasn't all that bad. I'm just saying, for somebody who ain't got none in a while. But anywho, so they was all just fucking, and they had this big party, and they talked about how Jazz was like, did them niggas bring liquor? Because they sit up here drinking and it looked like La Marita, and I ain't see them bring it. I don't even see them walk in with nothing. So they drinking our shit. Oh shit! I know this is going all over the place, but I'm really trying to cover everything, like the little small stuff, before I get into the big thing that I want to talk about. Jennifer did Jennifer fuck that bartender? Where are we at? I'm holding on to that. I already talked about the two lesbian girls. I already talked about them already fucking. Oh, okay. So Allie, girl. First she made a comment talking about the guy that she was fucking. Was she the guy that got the skinny dude? I thought that was Jenna who got the skinny dude. Either Allie or Jenna, one of them got a bartender. Hold on, let me think about that real quick. Allie got the bartender because she was at the club, and you know she said, "I'm gonna give you my number or whatnot." Allie got the bartender, and Jenna got the little skinny dude. Okay, I was right. So she was like, after she fucked him, she was like, she did the pull-out method. She you know pulled it out, and then she sent a prayer up, hoping that nothing would happen. I'm like, bitch, this is a man that you met at a club, a bartender. You don't even know this man's last name, I'm sure. Hell, I don't even think they put his name on the show. It just said bartender. And you let him raw dog you, bitch? And you just want to pull out? That's your method of defense, bitch? I'm glad, what's the name, as told by Ginger, was like, that's only a 2% chance that would work. And Ginger was like, bitch, I hope you get pregnant. That is kind of dumb. And I didn't address Allie's two-tonedness last week, but yeah, that ain't your color, boo. You're giving me gothic Addams Family tease with that shade, and then the light just made it even worse. It really did look like she was wearing a mask. And the girls are walking with their titties out. Oh, Allie brought some friends over, apparently for the intent to fuck. I think her and Lauren, was it? She was it was either Lauren or Jazz that she had brought the guys over, and they started playing in makeup, putting makeup on them. And I thought at this point, I'm like, okay, I mean, they guess they're just making fun of them. I think they just gonna be like, you know how when you try to get your boyfriend to get into makeup, he's just kind of sitting there looking crazy. But they was like having fun with it, and then they was in the confessional talking about some, you accidentally kissed me, and then I heard one of them say like, we kiss all the time. I'm like, okay, they're gay, obviously. And then even like the scene after when they was sitting up there, I was just looking at the body language and the hair flips and the limp wrists. I'm like, wait a minute, okay, these are clearly her gay friends. So, okay, I get it. But then they were like, Allie was like, well, apparently we're not going to get some tonight, so I'm just going to send them back home. I'm like, bitch, what were you expecting? These are two of the girls. Like, you was expecting to have sex with that? What? I was confused. I'm like, they're clearly gay. Clearly gay. And you was expecting it to get it in? Girl, you would have been sitting on the flaccid ass dick. Oh, shit. I'm telling you, this was a crazy ass episode. And then Allie was talking about she wants to go home. And other girls were like, no, stay. This is a great opportunity. Oh, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. This, that, and the fourth. I'm like, I mean, even though, as I was kind of with Lauren, I'm like, if the bitch want to leave, let her leave. Shit. I mean, I understand that, you want people to have their experience. You want people to grow. You want people to, do the whole Laura life coach goal shit. Whatever. I'm like, now I wouldn't have did what they did at the end, which we're going to talk about. But I want to be like, girl, if you want to go, shit, I can help you pack. Now, did I get on everything else before I get on what I really came here to talk about? Okay, I think I did. If I didn't, oh well. Jazz, I'm through with you, bitch. I don't know what balls dropped. I don't know what puberty hit. And I don't know where you just got all this supposed muscle and temper from, but you, bitch, have been out of line ever since Jayla and the twins left. First, you was trying to pull that bullshit last week with the whole bullshit, trying to be like Judy Jack Crazy from season 7. And here you go and you was yelling and bullying that girl for ruining Kat's birthday. I'm like, bitch, she was sitting up here lying on me. You think I'm just gonna not address his ass? I think not. And she was doing all that yelling. I'm like, bitch, you could keep all this yelling and all this high-pitched screaming, ho, because your voice is already raspy. Here, you're gonna be mute by leaving this bitch. Okay, doing all that damn screaming. I would have stared at her like, bitch, are you done? Are you done? Okay, cool. And then here she goes with this bullshit with the skateboard, trying to get everybody to go against Allie. Like, bitch, what is your problem? Did you not just try to kick the other girls and the Jayla and the twins out for being alleged bullies? And then you was crying on their shoulder and all this other shit. And then she tried to say, oh, it's a mental thing. I got a bad temper. Bitch, you was the one that was sitting having mental breakdown just because you fucked a dude on camera. Like, every bad bitch don't have fucking sex on camera. And you talk about it's a mental thing. We a bad girls club. Like, you some sort of ringleader. The fuck? When they was getting ready to go have that battle, when it was Kat, Lauren, Jazz, and Jenna standing in formation, waiting for Jayla and the twins to get home. When that whole shit went down, and Jenna, swung at whichever one of the twins, guess what you were doing? This shit. Where was all this temper and all this? It's a mental thing. It's the bad girls club. All that. Where was all that shit then, bitch? And she's trying to set up all this drama. I'm like, what the fuck? Jazz. And then at the end, this was the killer. This is what kind of makes a divide between the foursome which was Allie. At the end of the day, she's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm ready to go home. Fuck it. I'm ready to go home. And just like, okay, well, cool. They try to go to this yacht party. And so Lauren and Jazz are just so adamant, just throwing all her shit everywhere. She's trying to say, well, I don't have my suitcase yet. I don't have my suitcase. But she's like, bitch, we gonna make this damn yacht party, and we ain't gonna sit. We can't leave you here, so we gonna throw your shit, and we just gonna get you out of here so we can make our fucking yacht party. I'm like, bitch. And I was with Jenna. Jenna was like, I mean, I know we're trying to make the yacht party, and I know, but we don't have to do her like that. Like, they know that the girl is like kind of mousy and doesn't really, stand up for herself like that. They know that she's not gonna do nothing. And Jazz, you're that type of old, low down artery bitch that will try to prey on somebody who is not going to fight back. But Jen, just a few episodes ago, you was trying to say like, oh, it's fucked up that Jayla and the twins use my insecurity to attack me. Bitch, you're doing the same thing. You're doing the exact same thing. And you trying to be like, you a bad bitch. Somebody please tell me that Jazz gets her ass whooped at this reunion. And I'm kind of mad that the twins aren't coming to the reunion, because I would have wanted them to kick her ass just because, like, I was trying to be with you, Jazz. I tried to feel where you was coming from on most of these episodes. Oh, but bitch, you lost me. Girl, I can't do you. I can't do you, bitch. You pulling stunts and shows and shenanigans that I just can't get with. And let's see, did I say anything? Oh, Jenna was like, she just felt like it was not cool how they did her like that, even though she left, even though she didn't agree with it. She was like, well, I need to make this shit known before I fucking pop off. And then Kat and, you know, Beatrice were feeling the same way. Like, that shit was kind of fucked up. And Kat was like, that's so the side of Jazz and Lauren that I ain't really too much trying to fuck with. You know, because they was cool with Allie. They knew that Allie was kind of like the type of girl who wouldn't really defend herself like that. And Jazz, they saw that Jazz was preying on that. So that's what that shit was not cool. So I hope that they tell her ass a new one. I think Kat fights Beatrice, though, for getting Blue's number in the next episode, but we'll see. But I'm sorry if I just went off in this episode, but I just watching that shit just kind of pissed me off. And I just like, I needed to vent. And I'm glad I said it because I feel better. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you tell me what you think in the comments below. And I will see you guys next week with Bad Girls Club. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Empire. Oh, and I wish I had said this at the beginning of the video. So I just recently fell in love with Periscope. I'm gonna make sure to put my Periscope in the description below. And what I want to do is like do a live watch. Almost, it's not, I want to say it's like a live review. I'll still do the review, but we can kind of talk while we watch the episode. I think that would be fun. Would y'all do that? Would y'all be interested in doing that? If so, leave it in the comments below and follow my Periscope. I'm going to put that, I'm going to actually type this out now so I can already have it ready for in the description. This will be the same as my Twitter name is Jamar84. It'll all be the same. But yeah, make sure you follow me. Let me know if y'all want to do like little live chats for any shows. It doesn't have to be Bad Girls Club. It could be anything. And we can do it on Periscope and we can have ourselves a good ass time. So thank you guys again for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Jamar, Washington.